We are in different settings today, as you can see behind me. I don't even know what I'm going to be talking about. This is like a freestyle session. I'm just looking at my journal and how a bit dirty it is. I thought I was taking good care of it. I'm actually here to journal my thoughts and reflect on what happened to me yesterday and just get the experience out from my head onto a book. This is one of my favorite ways to process life events, to process reoccurring thoughts, to process intrusive thoughts, is to take myself to a space that is big. And that's one of the ways I process traumatic experiences, and I process even non-traumatic, even happy experiences. That's one of the way I process it. Like when I feel anxiety or heartache after hanging out with friends, one of the way I process it is to journal about it, and then I can get to the root of why am I feeling anxious and heartache. I'm missing them so much, even though I've just spent 30 minutes with them. But yeah, I don't know if you like me as well. You've been feeling this change of energy the past 2 to 3 days since the day before the solar eclipse. So this is Friday and the solar eclipse happened on Wednesday. So since Tuesday, I've felt a drastic change in myself and in the atmosphere, in the world, most especially within myself. On Tuesday, I went to my room to sleep, and that was when I got so much downloads. I got so much. It was like my brain suddenly even cleared up, and I knew the exact prompt to put in ChatGPT to say the exact thing I wanted to say about changing my life, and it gave me step by step. I'm reading that I just knew that for the next 6 months, this is it. This is what I'm supposed to work hard at. So yeah, let me know if you've also felt a change in your life before the eclipse or during the eclipse. During the eclipse, I was thinking, should I do affirmation rituals? Should I do should I do a ritual? However, I learned very quickly that eclipses are not the best time to do any ritual. They're actually the best time for you to let go and to just exist. So what I did during the eclipse was I danced. I let go. I attempted to release. I let go. I danced. I sang. I jumped for joy. I twerked my ass. I just tried to release that energy. And I also danced for joy because the day before I had gotten all this download and figuring out exactly where I want to channel my energy. So the next day I just felt the need to dance for joy. So I was dancing for joy because I know the next 6 months is about to be a miracle. Is like as I was walking here, I realized that this is a turning point in my life. This version of me that's recording this will not exist in a month, 2 months time. She's going to be different. She will be, I want to say she will be better, but I don't think the word I mean is she will be better, but like she will be more knowledgeable, she will be more grounded, she will be more confident, and she would be good. I don't know what word I want to say. She would be better, but at the same time I feel like that word does not encapsulate exactly what I'm trying to say. As I was walking here, I had that moment as I was walking, and I thought to myself, from tomorrow onward, my life will not be the same. It would be better. It would be more. And I think I hanker on tomorrow because tomorrow is our first year anniversary for my organization, Femora, that my friend and I founded. Follow us on Talk to Femora on all social media and check out our website, www.talktofemora.org, to see how we can support you. Yeah, so tomorrow is our anniversary and we're having an anniversary party, and I just feel it. I just feel it in my bone. I feel it in myself that from tomorrow onwards, life would be more. Probably because I'm going to be more, seeing as I'm working on becoming more, on becoming a better no, I keep saying better, but the past week I have stopped trying to use the word that I'm chasing better, trying to be better, to I'm trying to become the best version of me. I'm not trying to become better, I'm trying to be the best version of me. And even in this moment that I'm on, sorry y'all, I'm sat on the grass. I don't know why I didn't think to bring something to sit on. Oh, my sister packed me a little lunch. Thank you, sister. Well, dinner more like, because it's nighttime and I am in a park. All this is to say that change is afoot. Change is happening. You're changing, you're growing, you're becoming better. And sometimes it's so hard to see that. Something I saw the other day that I've kind of been letting become an anchor for me was a lady that made a video talking about how you're not, like, right now you're still at the stage of collecting the dots. So even though it's not clicked for you, you don't understand it, you don't understand all these varied things you're into, that you're doing, that you're contributing your time, that is because you're still gathering the dots right now. In a few years, in a few months, in a few years, you're gonna be able to connect those dots. And now whenever I find myself getting like anxious or getting like, oh god, I need to do this, I need to quickly have my shower, then get dressed, then go do that, oh god, I need to make sure I'm in the office before this time, oh god, I need to send a message to this person, oh, I just remembered I've not replied to that person. I remind myself, like, take a deep breath, girl, you're just gathering the dots. You are just gathering the dots. It will all connect eventually. Or whenever I even start feeling ways me about the fact that I'm constantly looking for work or constantly finding new varied interests. Oh my goodness, y'all, it's warm, but I think I just get naturally warm, so please ignore the thing. Also, that's another thing, I'm stopping saying the word sorry for inconveniencing people, or saying the word sorry for how I look. Like, I literally catch myself now when I'm about to say sorry for the way I look. I'm like, no, you do not have to apologize to anybody about the way you look. Women would just be in their natural state and be like, sorry about the way I look. Honey, no. So that's why I didn't say sorry about the sweat patches as well, because if as a grown person you do not know that women sweat in all crevices of their body, you should not be near women. You should go for women's studies first before you should be allowed near women. So just keep going, keep pushing. Remember, the version of you that you are right now, she's not gonna be the same in 3 months time, in 6 months time. For me personally, I'm doing 6 months. I know I'm not gonna be the same version in 2 months time, but I'm giving myself the next 6 months to work on my craft, the next 6 months to dedicate myself on gaining knowledge, on establishing a foundation, on literally putting my all into something and seeing the results it yield. That's what I'm doing for the next 6 months. Just showing up as the best version of me each day and not beating myself up on the days I don't. That's the biggest thing I'm learning now. One of the person that's been bringing this way of thinking out of me is Apex Mind Sarah. I'll leave a link to her channel below. I listen to her manifestations and her meditation, and just I watch her videos as well. And just last week she made a video titled how to change your life tomorrow or something like that, something along this line. And in the video she spoke about how doing 1% a day can do so much for your mental well-being and also for your sense of accomplishment. So that's what I adopted that I'm gonna do just 1% each day. My 1% each day would be my most difficult task of the day. That's my 1% each day. Something traumatic happened to me this morning, so I've had a day of just resting, a day of just being at home, of not doing anything that I'd planned today. But my 1% for today was that I would record this video. Recording this was I needed to do 1%, something that I can go to bed and I'm like, you know what, I'm not the person I was yesterday, because the person yesterday did not record this video, but the me today recorded that video. So yes, you too, I think you should look at life like that instead of looking at life as this huge giant tasks and list of to do. Literally, I don't know if that was a bee or was, but it just flew past me. It was a little bit scary. But yeah, you two should take it an increment at a time like that. Take it. Some days when even thinking about doing 1% gets overwhelming, and I start thinking to myself, oh God, I've got to make sure I do that. I dial it back. I use another tactic. The next tactic I focus on is taking it literally a task at a time. If doing a task at a time, I find that I'm constantly getting like thoughts of other things that need to be done, I remind myself. I change it. I said, okay, babe, let's take it the next 5 minutes at a time. I literally, the next 10 minutes at a time, the next 20 minutes at a time. Let's take it at an increment, at the most tiniest bit that would not feel so heavy for me. Like when I'm in the morning, when I'm anxious about how I need to get to the office at a certain time, I remind myself, okay, Hallie, let's take it this shower at a time. Let's just focus on this shower. The shower you're about to go have right now. Let's focus. Let's hyper focus on that. I'm in the shower, I'm washing my body, and I'm dreaming about my future. Let's not focus about what needs to happen in 2 hours' time. Do you get? And I think these are the little ways that I'm helping myself to have a better mental well-being and to actually get things done. One of the biggest thing I'm working on is getting things done, being productive. And I have genuinely found a change in my life that I've become even more productive. My diary, my journal, my diary entries are a proof of that. I didn't bring my other journal, my task journal. My task journals are a proof of that, in that I often write down the things I need to do and I have it ticked off. Once again, the version of me from August 2025 cannot believe this version of me right now exists or will be here. She cannot, because I was not this person. I was not this mindful. I was not this knowledgeable. I was not this aware of myself. Because one of the best things that, becoming more, working on your... One of the best thing that working on your one of the best thing about working on your personal development is that you become more in tune with yourself. Anyways, you should become more in tune with yourself. Like yesterday in my journal, I wrote down that I actually realized now that when I struggle with doing the things that I need to do, when I know the things that I need to do, sometimes it feels like a fog comes over me. Yesterday, to start my day in the morning, it was so hard. I was hyper focused on trying to migrate from ChatGPT to another AI platform, and I was so hyper focused on it. Like usually things that I focus on for like 20-30 minutes, and then I'm like, oh my god, it's not working out, I'm going. This time around, I was focused on it for 3 hours trying to sort it out. Like I was stood in my kitchen trying to wash the plate, and this was me. After when I came out of that trance, I realized that I just couldn't shake it off. I knew the day was going. I knew I needed to start my day, but it was like a fog was over me. And the only way I broke that fog was actually washing the plates. It was spending 30 minutes hands in water and soap, not able to touch my phone. And that after washing the plates, I went straight to the shower, and I went straight to, I'm going to get dressed and get out of the house. Because if I do not get out of the house, I could feel the fog coming to fall over me. And I will end up spending the whole day pressing my phone, watching TV, feeling like I didn't do anything. So the best thing about personal development for me is how much more in tune with myself I've become, how much more in tune with my feelings, how much more I advocate for myself. In the past, if I was in a place and I wasn't talking, I was feeling a bit awkward, I will force myself to stay there, because I will tell myself I'm growing through this, or I'm a fun person, or I'm an outspoken person, so it's fine, I should stick it out. Now I recognize situation where I need to stick it out because I need to grow and expose myself and take myself out of my comfort zone, and situation where I don't need to stick it out. I need to get out of this uncomfortable situation. I am allowed and a bubbly person, and the fact that I do not feel safe to expose this part of myself says all I need to know in this space. Working on your personal development gives you those data that you can always bank on and rely on time and time again. Just like doing that is what makes me know that no matter what I'm feeling in this life, if I go for a walk, I always feel better. I always feel better, especially if I walk near a body of water, near the sea, near a pond, near a lake. I feel so much better by the end of it. These are data you collect from actually working on your own self, from your personal development, not working on yourself to be a better person, but working on yourself to understand who you are, to be able to sit in comfortability with who you are, what your desires are, what your habits are, what are the things you do that you're unhappy with. Being able first to acknowledge it and sit in it and like yourself as that regardless. Because the best change I made the past few weeks was liking myself regardless. Liking myself, that it does not define me. Because sometimes I struggle to get things done. It does not define me. I still like myself. I'm still happy with who Ali is, even in that situation. Even though it annoys me when Ali, just presses her phone, or when Ali does other things that doesn't do the task she needs to do. It annoys the heck out of me. But guess what? I still love Hallie so much, even in those moments. I still root for Hallie so much in those moments. And to get to the point where I love myself regardless of those, it took work. Because the biggest reason why I wanted to change was because I didn't like who I was. So I wanted to change so badly. Just for me to do all those work for those months, to come to realize, for me to even do the change so badly and stick to the change so badly and, see the change that I've done, is for me to love. I need to love who I currently am. I need to be happy. Love who I currently am, because then is the only way that I can love and change her not from a place of you need to change, but from a place of you are better than this and deserve to step into that betterness, to move with that betterness. Not because you need to change, you need to be a better person, you need to grow and no. You are better than this current reality. You are better than these current things that you do. The only way to change, to see the change that you want, is to step into that betterness, not because you want to be better, but because you are better. You're better than this. So whenever you find yourself wanting to slack back, you're like, babe, you're better than this. Anyways, I feel like I have yapped, and I don't even know if we have a headway in this video. Just literally yap really. Made it this far in the video. Thank you so much for rocking with me and for watching. This video was not actually the video I'd planned to do today, so I think this was what I needed to say, and I hope it touched you somewhere, and I hope there's some part of it you resonate with or you were able to take something from. If that's the case, make sure you let me know in the comment section. I'm gonna end this particular one here, and I hope you enjoyed our little conversation. If you'd like to see more video like this where I'm literally just yapping, let me know. Make sure you take care of yourself and you stay safe out there, okay? I love you.